Looks like Meghan Markle's latest attempt at making headlines just went up in smoke. That lavish gala meant to celebrate her as a so-called champion of underserved communities? Yeah, it's been cancelled. And not for some run-of-the-mill reason. No, the universe had a wild twist in store. Picture this: riots, arson, and protests tearing through the streets of Los Angeles. For a cool $1,500, guests were supposed to experience Meghan's wisdom at the Wonderball event at the Natural History Museum of LA. But guess what? Instead of her grand speech, attendees received a polite no thanks from the Chief Advancement Officer, Paul Besset, who sent out a solemn email filled with PR jargon about healing and unity. Translation: Lars burning, and no one has time for Meghan's monologues. Besset insisted the museum should be a haven of peace, not a platform for self-promotion. So, naturally, they yanked the plug on the whole thing. And honestly, this cancellation hit Meghan harder than a surprise breakup text. But here's the kicker. June 14th was also the date for Trooping the Colour, the royal family's annual celebration. What a coincidence, huh? You really think Meghan wasn't trying to steal the spotlight by planning her speech on the same day? So unlike her, right? Imagine the scene: Meghan pacing her Montecito mansion, hurling an $8,000 vase at Harry while screaming, "Why does everything happen to me?" Because, Meghan, you've been Markled, and even your gala couldn't survive the fallout. Theories are flying around faster than a royal motorcade. Some are saying they didn't sell enough tickets, while others think the museum never wanted her as a speaker in the first place. Why would they when there are a million do-gooders in LA? And let's not even get started on the whispers about how many times she's been accused of paying for her own awards. If she shows up to accept an honor, you can bet she's the one foot in the bill. This gala cancellation is like watching a front row seat to a train wreck. The event basically said, "Nah, we're good." Even the National Guard managed to steal her spotlight. And you know she had a custom-made, bejeweled gown ready for the occasion, just waiting in her closet. The cherry on top? The internet has been savage. From calling her a fossil to the gala itself getting markled, the comments have been pure gold. She wasn't even invited to the Netflix gala in New York, the real glitterati party. So she booked this one instead, and the universe was like, nah, she's now the queen of tragedy tourism, popping into every cause like she's collecting stamps. Oh, and let's not forget that time she claimed credit for changing a sexist commercial when she was just 11. Yeah, because empowering women apparently means launching a kitchen-themed brand aimed at getting them to cook more. In short, Meghan Markle tried to manifest a gala, but the universe had other plans, manifesting a riot instead. The night of wonder turned into the day of nope. The moral of the story? Not even events want to be associated with her anymore. So what's next for the Duchess of Desperation? Is she going to try to spin this cancellation into some kind of narrative about her being a martyr for social justice? You can almost hear her now, claiming that she was too busy with her philanthropic endeavors to bother with a cancelled gala. It's the same tired playbook, folks. At this point, she's like a broken record, and the audience is growing tired of the same old tune. And let's be real, Meghan's supposed commitment to these causes has been questioned time and again. Remember when she tried to be the face of the movement for equality but ended up just looking like a desperate attention seeker? It's hard to take her seriously when her track record is riddled with self-serving antics. The fact that she's trying to ride the wave of social justice while simultaneously promoting her own brand feels disingenuous. Now, with the gala cancelled and her plans in disarray, she's probably scrambling to find a way to save face. You know she'll come up with some excuse, blaming the chaos in LA or claiming that the universe is against her. But let's cut to the chase. Meghan needs to realize that the world doesn't revolve around her anymore. The more she pushes, the harder she falls. And let's not forget the backlash she's facing on social media. The internet has a way of tearing down even the mightiest of figures, and Meghan is no exception. The memes, the comments, the sheer mockery, she's become an easy target. Every time she tries to pull off some grand gesture, it seems to backfire spectacularly. It's almost like the universe is sending her a message: stay in your lane. Now, can you imagine the fallout from this? The tabloids will feast on this for weeks. Meghan Markle's gala flop will be the headline plastered across every magazine. And you know what? She brought this upon herself. The more she tries to insert herself into every conversation, the more people are going to push back. There's a limit to how much people are willing to tolerate, and it seems like Meghan is testing those waters daily. So what's the takeaway here? Meghan Markle is not the superstar she thinks she is. The universe has a funny way of reminding us of our place, and her cancelled gala is just the latest example. From the protests in LA to her never-ending quest for relevance, it's clear that her star is fading fast. In the end, it's all about perception. Meghan can try to paint herself as a champion of the people, but the reality is, she's perceived as a royal reject trying to cling to fame. The more she tries to force herself into the limelight, the more people are going to see through the facade. And honestly, can you blame them? So buckle up, folks. This saga isn't over yet. With Meghan Markle, there's always another twist waiting just around the corner. Whether it's another failed event, a cringeworthy social media post, or yet another attempt to reclaim her glory, you can bet we'll be right here, watching it all unfold. The world loves a good train wreck, and Meghan is giving us front row seats. Let's just hope she doesn't try to charge us for the ticket.